When you scroll through a sea of glossy pictures and bold promises, it's easy to convince yourself that the next TV you buy will finally give you that cinema-like picture you keep hearing about. Then the box arrives. You hook it up, and the first thing you notice is it looks fine, but the brightness feels flat in a sunny living room. The colors don't pop the way the ads claimed, and you start wondering whether you just wasted a big chunk of your budget. I've been there, and that's why I'm doing this deep dive before you click Add to Cart. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The LG 55-inch class OLED evo AI Super Upscaling 4K C5 is marketed as the sweet spot for anyone who wants a premium picture without stepping up to a 65-inch or a pricey flagship. The big question is whether it actually delivers on everyday viewing, not just on a darkroom demo. I spent a weekend setting this TV up in a typical family room that gets a lot of natural light, streamed a mix of Netflix, YouTube, and a couple of Blu-ray discs, and ran the built-in Alexa while juggling a gaming console. Here's what I learned. First off, the picture. The Evo panel promises higher peak brightness than previous OLEDs, and the brightness booster does deliver a noticeable lift. In a room with windows open and daylight streaming in, the screen still looked vibrant enough that you didn't have to draw the curtains just to watch a sitcom. HDR content, especially Dolby Vision titles on Netflix, showed a genuine difference compared to a standard LED. Blacks stayed truly black, thanks to OLED's per-pixel illumination and the perfect black and perfect color. Branding isn't just marketing fluff. Skin tones in drama series looked natural, and the greens in nature documentaries were rich without oversaturation. That said, OLEDs are still not as bright as the very best LED backlit panels. So if you have a dedicated home theater with blackout curtains, you'll notice the C5 peaking at around 600 to 650 nits in its brightest scenes. In a bright kitchen or a sun-filled office, the HDR highlights can look a touch muted. For most living rooms, though, the boost is enough to keep the picture usable throughout the day, and the trade-off is deeper blacks that LED TVs can't match. The AI side of things is where the super upscaling claim lives. LG's Alpha 9 Gen 8 processor is busy all the time, analyzing low-resolution streams and boosting them to near 4K quality. I tested a 1080p YouTube video of a travel vlog, and the upscaled result was impressively crisp. You could see details and textures that weren't there in the original. For gamers, the AI upscaler helped older titles look cleaner, but the real benefit shows up when you watch old DVDs or non-4K Blu-ray discs. The picture looked smoother without the artificial sharpening that makes edges look jagged. Sound is another area where LG tries to stand out. Dolby Atmos is built in, and the TV speakers actually manage to create a sense of height and width, especially in movies with a strong sound design like Blade Runner 2049. It's not a replacement for a full soundbar, but it's far beyond the tinny TV speakers you get on most 55-inch sets. The WOW Orchestra mode adds a little extra punch for music videos, and I could hear a noticeable difference when switching between standard and Atmos playback. Now, who should actually buy this? If you're a movie buff who wants deep blacks, excellent color accuracy, and a TV that looks good in both dim and moderately lit rooms, the C5 is a solid middle ground. It's also a good fit for gamers who value low input lag. The TV supports HDMI 2.1 features like variable refresh rate and auto low latency mode, which kept my frame rate steady on a PS5. Families that watch a lot of mixed content, sports, streaming, occasional gaming, will appreciate the AI upscaler handling lower resolution material without you having to tweak settings every time. Who should skip it? If your primary viewing environment is a bright, sun-filled space and you never dim the lights, you might feel the OLED's brightness sealing more strongly. In that scenario, a high-end QLED or mini LED TV with 1000 plus nits could be a better match. Also, if you're hunting for a TV under $1,000, the C5's price point sits a bit higher than many 4K LED models that still deliver decent performance for casual watching. And finally, if you're a pure audiophile who expects cinema-grade sound from the TV alone, you'll likely need an external sound system anyway. The real-world usability of the C5 is pleasantly straightforward. The WebOS interface feels snappy thanks to the AI processor, and navigating between apps takes less than a second. Alexa built-in works reliably. I could ask it to turn the TV on, change the volume, or fire off a Netflix search without needing a separate Echo device. The remote is minimalist, but includes a handy Quick Settings button that brings up picture mode, sound mode, and the AI upscaling toggle all in one screen. I never felt lost in